Hi, my name is Alex with APETECH Tech Tutorials, and today I'm going to be answering the question, where did that field go? If you've ever been in a situation in Jira where you're looking for a field, whether you're trying to create a new issue and you're looking for a field, or you are using an existing issue and you just can't find a field, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why your fields are missing and how to fix them. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like if you get value out of this video. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. Hey everyone, I have a simple question for everyone. How do you ensure that your dev tickets don't stall if someone is on leave? Resolution has a simple answer. Just install their out-of-office assistant and make sure that those tickets are automatically reassigned. It's super easy, but for some reason, many people don't know about this app. Make sure you click on the link in the description below for a 20% discount. Let's jump into today's video. Okay, so inside of Jira, let me explain the first phenomenon. We've all been in the situation where we go to hit the create button, we get this lovely pop-up, and we're looking for the field that we want to fill out, but it's just not there. Well, fortunately for you, the fix for this is actually quite easy. There's one of 2 reasons why this is happening. Number 1, your settings here at the top, whether it be your project or your issue type, are simply incorrect. So you have an assumption that that field should be in this particular issue type or in this issue type for this project, but this particular project or this particular issue type just might not have that field. So you're going to want to talk to your Jira admin, and or you're going to want to make sure you pick the right issue type and the right project to make sure that you get the right field. But if you are 100% sure that you are in the right project and for the right issue type and the field's not there, then that's when you want to talk to your Jira admin, because if the field is indeed missing and you're expecting it to be there, so assuming we needed a field right below summary and above components and it's just not there, well, your Jira administrator might not have put it in the right screen. Jira has a ton of different screens in the tool, and so sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes your Jira admin might make a careless mistake. So it's a good idea to communicate and talk with your Jira admin, because only your Jira admin has the ability to go into the settings, because these settings are done at a global level. Only your Jira admin has that privilege to go into the screen setting for this particular project and put that field in for you. So that's what's happening if you're missing a field when you're trying to create. You're going to want to either A, make sure that your sanity check is in place, where you're in the right place at the right time type of situation. And if you can 100% guarantee that that's good, and it does help to have a paper trail, right? So if you have a paper trail and you're like, hey, this field's supposed to be here per this email, per this requirement, per this request, then you can talk to your Jira admin, because they might have made a mistake. They might have put it in the wrong issue type. They might have just forgotten to do it. There could be a variety of different reasons. So that's what's going on if we're missing our field there. Now, there is another occurrence. There is another phenomenon where even after you check with your Jira admin and they show you proof and they go, hey, look it's right here on the screen for this create operation for this particular project, for this particular issue type. And if all those T's are crossed and all those I's are dotted and you're still missing your field, then I urge you, because this is more on a personal level, this is something that you have to do yourself, you have to come over here and click on these ellipses. We're still in the create, right? So you still have to hit the create button, but now we're going to click on these 3 dots over here, and we're going to click on show fields. And here, sometimes this is not set up to all fields. Sometimes it's set up to custom fields. And when you set it up to custom fields, you then have the ability to basically, you personally, remove and add fields. So it could be like, pretend I'm looking for this release description field. Well, I would have never found it. Even though it is in my screens, and even though it is in the right issue type and in the right project, it's still not showing up. Well, that's because over here under show fields and under custom fields specifically, I have it deselected. So if I put that back on, then Jira is going to show it to me somewhere in here at some point. So here it is at the very, very bottom. So just go and double check, right? So if you've covered your bases and your admin has assured you that that field is indeed in the screen, because the screen dictates what shows up here up until it doesn't, up until the point where you go to your show fields and you change your setting. Out of the box though, you should be under all fields, which means everything should show up. But every once in a while, we're creatures of curiosity and we go and click around and we change a setting and we simply forget about it, and then things break, and then now you know why they broke. So highly recommend go check that out, because that is reason number 2 or tip number 2 for how to find your missing fields when you know for sure that they should be there. Are you assigning issues to people on PTO? Without a vacation calendar inside of Jira, your tickets can stall out for weeks. Don't let your agile delivery stall because somebody's on PTO. Resolution has the perfect solution for agile teams of all sizes with their out-of-office assistant app for Jira. Fix your current workflows by appointing backup owners and ensure throughput doesn't stall when team members are away on vacation or holiday. Check out the out-of-office assistant in the Atlassian Marketplace and get a 20% discount with the code in the description below. Now, let's go and talk about a third situation. This next situation, this final situation, is going to be you have an existing issue. You're opening up an issue. You know that it exists. It's already been created. People are working on it. And you simply open it up. And I'm going to go full screen for this. So I'm going to just open up a random issue. And you know for a fact that you're expecting to see a field. Now, I do believe that this is a bit of a bug. I'm going to show you 2 scenarios. And one of them is, I believe, a bug within Jira. I don't know why it happens. I would love to have access to Atlassian every once in a while to ask and figure out why it happens. But the one scenario is a bug, and the other scenario, though, is going to be the actual true answer to this question. So just to recap, let's assume we open up an issue, right? And we are viewing the issue. So this is very, very key. Listen to the words that I'm saying here. We are viewing the issue. So as long as the view operation in your screens, because in case you didn't know, there's 3 operations for your screens. You can create, you can edit, and you can view. And your Jira administrators can alter any of those 3. Out of the box, the same screen applies to all 3 operations, but every once in a while, your Jira admin will make a change because maybe somebody else requested that change, and so the order is not going to be exactly the same. But assuming that your view screen does indeed have the field still, then the next thing you want to check is you want to go over here to the bottom right corner and click on Configure. This is going to take you over to your issue layout. It is possible that a specific field like environment is simply not in your context and inside the layout. It is possible for somebody to have grabbed something like the labels and put it over here on the side. It doesn't delete the field, but it does make it so it's no longer visible when you try to view. So you simply have to come over here, type in the field name that you're looking for. It's most likely going to show up on the right, and then you can drag and drop it over here, and then it's going to be there. Now, a little pro tip while you're here, if you don't want something, right, like maybe you write 0 code, well, this is a great opportunity for you to kick out your development. You don't have to depend on your Jira administrator to go remove a field from the screen. You, as a project admin, as just being able to have access to the project settings, you can do some fine tweaking of your fields without having to get this escalated to somebody with a lot of privilege. So, and the other thing is, you'll notice that this hide with empty, this is a very, very common problem where somebody's like, oh, I can't find the fixed version. It's not there. Well, it's not that it's not there. When you're inside the issue, this more fields here is collapsed. And so sometimes, especially newbies, right, so people that are just that are new to Jira and they haven't used Jira, they'll look around and they're like, I don't see the fixed version. Where did it go? Well, they forget that you can expand the more fields. So that is another little pro tip that I'll drop your way is sometimes your fields are actually there. You just don't know that they're missing because they're in the more fields. So you just got to go look in the right place. So keep that in mind. And then the final bug, right? The final problem that I was telling you that there's sometimes a bug is when you go to create a brand new custom field and you add it into Jira, sometimes, I would say this happens to me maybe 1% of the time, but every once in a while, the field just doesn't want to show up. It's supposed to be here on the right side, either under details or more fields. And when I go to configure field, I definitely see that custom field. It does show up here or here, but it just does not want to actually show up on the issue. And my little, I guess, workaround that I've been able to have great success with is grab that field, even though this is counterintuitive, it doesn't make sense to do this, but it does work. Grab that field that is in question, that's not showing up, and move it into your description field section. And all this does is when you click save, and we go back into an actual issue, All that does is that now, instead of the field being on the right hand side, it's going to be in this bigger middle section. Now, over time, I've experienced that field eventually does make it back to where it goes. And so you may have to play around with it. It might just be a caching issue or something. I don't know how to explain the bug, and I really don't have access to Atlassian, but I can tell you from experience that every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, I'll create a new custom field, I pop it in the right spot, and then the issue just doesn't want to show. But I've yielded great results with taking that custom field that was in the detail section and I moved it over to the middle section and it just populated itself. So give that a whirl and a try, and that's another effective way to find your fields. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed learning all the different ways and phenomenons that these fields go missing, because it can be really, really frustrating when you're using Jira and maybe you're new or you just don't know a whole lot about how the tool works, to understand, like, why can't, like, I know I'm supposed to fill out this information or I'm supposed to capture this field information and you just can't find it. It's very frustrating to not know where they're at. So hopefully these 3 reasons that I explained in this video help you out. So to recap, we got check your screens. You're going to want your Jira administrator to check the screens, make sure, double sanity, that they're there. 2, check your show fields section there when you're creating an issue, because you could have accidentally changed your settings. And number 3, check your issue layout, because it is possible that somebody, maybe another project admin, could have hidden those issue layouts. If you've ever assigned dev issues to someone who is on vacation, remember that the out-of-office assistant for Jira is there for you, and it is incredibly easy to set up and use. It has integrations with Slack and Tempo, and you can connect to Outlook or Google Calendar using Zapier. So you don't even have to maintain any dates. Super easy to use. Try it out today and get 20% off by using the promo code in the description down below. I bet it won't disappoint you. And that's it for this video. If you found this video valuable, please do make sure you drop a like button, as that does help out the algorithm significantly. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you made it this far, I have over 400 videos, and I'm also on a journey to hit 10,000 subscribers. So make sure that you smash that subscribe button, as every person that subscribes to the channel significantly help propel us towards that goal. So make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. And then if you want to just do something cool, make sure you share this video with all your friends, coworkers, family, teammates, your boss, everybody that you know that can benefit from these Jira videos, as it does help the channel grow. And then really, really finally, make sure you check out the Jira Life. The Jira guy and I have launched a brand new experience all about Atlassian, all about Jira really, podcast, and I encourage you to go and check it out. Link is in the description down below. We are trying to get that one monetized, so we would appreciate any subscriptions, any comments, likes, and all that good jazz to help the channel grow. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need